May 1 could potentially be stolen away here, but we'll see what Cloud9 do want to take for picks 2 and 3.
And that would be a statement if they go back to the Draven. Really, only things like the Xayah, like the Kai'Sa up and available here. Potentially they can take the Ashe into the matchup, but Draven just bullies out those short-range 80 carries. See whether they couple it with more of a supportive mid laner or whether this is the game where they put Licorice on a take and Jensen and Sneaky get to play their carries.
Well, we'll see here. It's a Singed hover here from Jensen. Actually a lock-in as well. Licorice continuing to show picks here up against Stehos.
And that's really interesting. I would like to see him actually play Taliyah. He goes with the Gragas. The reason I was going to say Taliyah is because when you have something like a Draven, obviously Link in the team fight going to have a very difficult job of dealing with the Singed. Singed's just going to run at him, and he's not going to have anywhere to go. Grounded as a Lucian player is a big pain in the bum. And only a couple of champions bring Grounded to Summoner's Rift, and the fact that, you know, one of them is going to be that Singed is, you know, annoying.
Well, we'll see what Cloud9 finish off their draft with, but I did a little bit of quick homework there on the Ziggs. Respect to Cloud9 for doing their research. 4 plays and 4 wins for Kira on the year with that pick, so clearly something they've seen already. Cloud9, though, finish off with 2 globals, one from the jungle in Sven's Taliyah, and a rise there for Jensen once more for the very safe blind pick mid.
Yeah, and whilst it's only 1.5 seconds at its empowered max, that is still going to be a pretty free gank for Sven in the mid lane. This is a duo that can put extreme pressure on Kira and will ensure that Diamond probably once again has to play around the lane. Saying that takes a pretty good matchup in the Galio, and they now have a massive wombo comp, I think is a fair statement to make.
Agreed, and Gambit, unsurprisingly, are drafting to just pile in and win the big 5-on-5 team fights. Cloud9 perhaps with a bit more finesse, but a ton of lane pressure they can apply all across the map. But I think maybe falling back a little bit more to something that is more standard for them. So we'll see what can Sven get done on this aggressive early game jungler, and can Cloud9 with maybe going back a little bit more to what they've shown already in the tournament. Again, both these teams are looking for the same thing, a win and a smooth game.
And really, when we have a look at this,
Asking to get the back then spawn as Stehos is going to get flipped around by Licorice. Does have the flash, but when is he really going to get a chance to use it? Sven with the red buff applying autos. Oh, actually, nice Q.
aggressive.
Licorice, oh, flips Kira around. The Justice Buff still there, and that's an easy pick off. Instant flash E from Diamond Prox, and he just picks it up.
Yeah, it certainly is, and given the fact that they got him immediately, that Diamond was willing to use the Summoner spell, they don't really lose anything. I mean, it was gank the heck out of top lane.
Nice play from Zeyzal, but still slotting with a good bit of damage. Edward looking for the knock-up. Little too far forward. He got ignited. That's a kill for Sneaky. And Grounded again. Flip over the top, and Stehos this time with no summoner will fall once again as Licorice able to grab that kill. Pops his ult, he ding 6 as Stehos is flipped away by Sven Scarin, and the camp is starting to really hurt this top side. Really struggle in the mid game.
And that's what it's going to come down to, Pastry. Right now, Kira, even though he's losing that mid wave battle, he's not getting first access to it. Jensen's pushing him in. If there's ever a fight in this area that he can just ultimate to, obviously he doesn't have the
Oh, what a beautiful combo by Cloud9.
And that time it was the correct decision to hook the Rakan. Able to just set him up beautifully for the flick. Jungle item completed. Another stack going over to Sven.
Oh, hello. Another one there. Oh, flick didn't quite land. Should have played the other way perhaps this time. And at least burns a summoner. The ignite plus the whirling death does gift Zeyzal the kill.
And beautifully played out of C9. Just everywhere now. Top lane winning massively. They translate that into some mid lane pressure. Attack bottom lane. Diamond, if he's the person playing the Taliyah, he's in trouble.
Ignite dead.
I don't know what he was doing.
He died, unfortunately for him, so we may never find out as Edward does get himself away. Zeyzal's box not up quite soon enough, and Edward lives this time.
Goes back for the ward. Round 2, Pastry.
Oh.
Mind gamed him. Hit in the corner.
Still, mid-turret getting sieged, so I'll have to take it. Sven, going in, going too far in. What on earth was that wall?
He didn't want to get on the wall, Pastry. He wanted to use it to cut off the way.
Minimap and throw spells at the incoming minions. And
well, the ideal situation now for C9 is that they play PvE the rest of the game. They go in.
Yep, Lantern's there, but the CC chain not quite long enough. Still, though, Logic is able to find the damage.
Yeah, and the difference this time is Sven wasn't there. They had him
clear himself in a spot of bother as Sven
he got cut the wall.
All right, getting flipped around. Can't even flush out to maybe the river where it could be safe. And Licorice Does most of the work himself, but Sven, nice assist.
Hooks on.
Hook off.
Game 3, he's been picked on from start to finish.
Yep, again, almost a nice bait of the sign pick here by Cloud9 as Jensen still fighting Kira, but Sven this time is in the right spot. The 2v2 has started, but Kira's almost dead before it starts. Zazel looking for the hook, but he does miss his Diamond. Low enough as Kira will also charge in, but Sneaky able to clean him up as Cloud9 collapse. This time, Gambit, they tried to find the play, but it's Cloud9 that will make them pay.
What a fight out of Cloud9 one more time. Jensen is not worried about the 2v1, runs in blindly, able to bait even more members to continue. And 22 minutes in, this one looks a lot more like game number 1. They're going to take the Baron.
They'll wander in, they'll take the Baron at around the same time frame. And we talked about it, the Mountain Drake, the Baron. Sim starting to win his side lane. All these things point to just making it harder and harder for Gambit to stop the incoming tide.
And you got to feel sorry for Diamond here because he thinks that he's got the body slam in, but he does so much damage to himself, dashing through the pebbles, and a very nice flash out of Svensker and gets him to safety. Meanwhile, Jensen just can't go down. Movement speed, so good at being able to get you out of those tricky situations when the collapse is completed. You can see Diamond not very happy with throwing skill shots at them. They know that the wave clear is lacking. As long as they protect these two cannon creeps, the turret will eventually fall down, and they've caught a fish.
Hook on Kira, but again charging in. Edward trying to find something as Sneaky to kite his way out of there. They do grab one. Licorice falls in the front line, but Gambit don't really have enough follow-up here as Jensen still charging through Whirling Death, barely able to attack Stayhouse, but it's Rise that finds the final spells to seal his death. And a trade C9 will take. They've still got Baron. They'll bust down mid-turret. They'll take the inhib as well.
And pretty well played out of Cloud9. The hard engage was there, but it was missing layers, not able to get everyone in at the same time. They're actually teleporting to this wave.
Oh, what a savage hook from Zazel! And Edward's dead before he can dash away to safety. Kira also TPing behind enemy lines as Diamond eats the next lasso there from the Thresh. He'll pop the watch, but they'll take the turret. The hook again fires onto Diamond. Zazel make it 3 in a row. He will fall, but Cloud9 collected almost everything as Kira ults away almost to his death, but that last E will take him down as well.
And certainly will. And now with 4 members dead, they can continue.
The second goes over to Cloud9, and they've got one more spot to siege. Diamond, what are you doing there?
To be fair, this time he did dodge the hook.
Just couldn't
Still ultimately
or the Rise route, which is literally undodgeable.
And with no jungler, you know, without that cast to start up a fight, even if you did start one up, you're 15,000 gold behind. No real good plays on the map to be right now if you are a Gambit.
Well, Stayhouse and Edward can maybe make it happen, but I'm going to call the chances extremely unlikely as Cloud9 will take down inhibitor number 3. They're just walking it in here to finish off this third game and push themselves to 1 game away from match point. Edward, he tries to do what he can, but he explodes to Sneaky in the front side of the fight. Kira with a good set of taunts, but they just don't have enough to do much of anything. Draven, a double cash in as Sneaky withdraws from the ATM of 2 members of Gambit. The Nexus exposed. Diamond Prox explodes one more time, and Sneaky finishes with a triple kill flourish as Cloud9 will camp the mountain and take themselves to match point versus Gambit.
And you got to say a much better performance out of Cloud9 this time around. The change up in the jungle.